Holly Covo from Fitting Fitness In. I'm a personal trainer and nutrition specialist, and welcome to Get Healthy with Holly. Does your New Year's weight loss resolution need to be rescued? This is how you can use CPR to rescue it. I'll give you the 411 before you have to call 911. Did you start out the year determined to exercise and eat right, only to find yourself slacking off now at the beginning of February? You're not alone. It happens to a lot of people. So let's get you back on track with some CPR. That's C for cardiovascular exercise, P for proper nutrition, and R for resistance training. So let's talk cardio. You need to get back into some kind of cardio 3 to 5 times a week for 30 minutes. And ideally, it's 5 times a week, 30 minutes a day. Sometimes you can do 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 10 minutes after work. Or if you go to the gym, you can do 10 minutes on one piece of equipment, 10 minutes on another, 10 minutes on a third. If you can't get it all in at one time. But what you want to do is find your most favorite cardio exercise, and for some of you it may be walking. Just make sure that your walking is productive. A Sunday stroll is not really productive unless you're walking fast enough that you're maybe huffing and puffing a little bit, and even maybe, sweating. So choose what part of cardio you like the most. Maybe it's doing a cardio machine in the gym. Maybe it's going bike riding with your friends or family. Maybe it's taking an aerobic class or some kind of high intensity class. Maybe now that we're in New England and it snowed a little bit today, you might be out snowshoeing or cross-country skiing, or just going for a nice walk with your family, or a jog or a run with the dog. Get your cardio in 3 to 5 times a week. Next, proper nutrition, P. Proper nutrition. You want to make sure that you're making good, healthy food choices. You want to know the calories that are in your food. You want to make sure that you're aware of those calories. I don't want you counting all your calories because that's not something you can do for a lifetime, but you do need to be aware of those calories because then you're making a choice to eat that food, and you know that you have to burn it off or work it off somehow with another form of exercise. So it's okay if you want to have a piece of chocolate cake. One, have a smaller piece of chocolate cake, and know that you're going to need to burn that off with exercise. I know for me, 45 minutes on the treadmill is not worth a donut, which I call do-nots, but it is worth a candy bar, a milk chocolate candy bar. So you want to make sure that you're eating healthy choices. You want to be drinking 6 to 8 glasses of water a day because that's going to help with your digesting and help everything flow. You want to have 3 to 5 fruits and veggies per day, some dairy. Eat lean protein. Make sure you're eating supportively. And I've done a show on this in the past, but eating supportively is eating like a lean protein with a starchy carb and a fibrous carb. That makes the meal very thermic. And a thermic meal means that your body is going to burn a lot of calories just digesting it. So you want to make sure that your meals are highly thermic. Also, you want to log your food. When you log it, you lose it. When you log your food, you're seeing what you're eating, you're seeing when you're eating, you're finding out what times are maybe trouble times for you. Maybe it's after dinner you're eating, maybe a little too late at night. Logging your food is very effective. When you log it, you will lose weight. And don't forget your vitamins. So we want to make sure that you're eating healthy foods, and we're going to move on to resistance training, the R part of CPR. You need to have some kind of resistance or weight training as part of your exercise program. You want to do resistance training at least twice a week if you want to maintain your current weight, or 3 times a week if you want to lose weight. Resistance training can be done the same day as cardio, especially if you're doing cardio 5, maybe 6 times a week. And it can be using weights, it can be using resistance tubes, it can be just your body weight, maybe doing some push-ups. Push-ups are very handy to do. 20 push-ups a day will get you everything that you need for upper body workout. You also want to make sure that you're lifting a heavy enough weight so that you're getting to muscle fatigue those last 2 to 3 reps. So when you do weightlifting, You want to do 8 to 12 reps for the arms and 12 to 15 reps for the legs. The legs are a larger muscle group. You want to make sure that you're using a heavy enough weight. If you're always using the same weight and you can get to 15 easily, then it's time to increase your weight. And you want to make sure that you can do stuff with your body weight, like push-ups or some Pilates. If you find that it's hard and you don't know what to do for resistance training, you can work with a personal trainer. You can do classes at the gym. You can even do a water workout. You get 14 times more resistance in the water than on land. And water workouts are fun. You can use a TRX, you can use the machines at the club, or just your body weight. Maybe do a push-up with your child on your back, or some sit-ups with the cat on your stomach. That's what I've been doing lately. So get in that resistance training 2, preferably 3 times a week. So we want to talk about CPR, cardiovascular exercise, proper nutrition, and resistance training to get you back on track for your weight loss New Year's resolution. And now I'm going to take it to the kitchen and show you some quick, healthy, and tasty recipes. Today I'm going to make some hot and crispy air fryer chicken wings, and I'm going to use my air fryer. And I have to tell you, I love my air fryer. It was recommended by a client who said that her husband does chicken wings in the air fryer all the time for football games. And so I got the air fryer for my daughter, who is a young professional, is always saying she doesn't have time to make dinner. And so I got it for her, and then she didn't want it. I was like, okay, I'll try it, and I love it. I make chicken wings, which I'm going to do today. I make turkey burgers. I make chicken tenderloins. I do a batch of chicken tenderloins every week, and then I have that with my salad. I do salmon. There is a lot of accessories. There is this one grill pan that you can use. There is another accessory that makes it an actual grill, and you can do shish kebabs. It comes with a cookbook, or you can buy a cookbook for the air fryer. It's awesome. It's having fried food without the fat. So let me show you how to make these nice hot and spicy wings. So we start with chicken wings, and this is about a pound. There's about 10 chicken wings, a party pack. And you rinse them off, and then you pat them dry. And then what you want to do is we're going to combine a teaspoon of cumin, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, and a teaspoon of turmeric. And that's going to be all the ingredients that we need. So now you can do 2 things. You can put it in a bowl, mix it up. You can put it in a bag and shake it up, which is great, quick and easy. But since my kids are always on me about being sustainable and not using a lot of plastic, we're going to use the bowl today. Maybe I'll get some brownie points. All right, there's the turmeric. Here's the pepper, the salt. Now this is ground salt and pepper, and the cumin. And then I'll just mix it all up a little bit, make it easy for me to coat them. Actually, I think I am going to do it in this because I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is, and my recipes all are quick and easy. Just want you to see that. Throw this in there, and then you just add all of them. So I am using turmeric. I love turmeric. Turmeric traditionally was used as a dye, so it does stain, be careful. But there's very powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory advantages with turmeric, and so it's an awesome spice. Inside the turmeric, the one that has all those antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties is the curcumin. And that's been shown to help your gallbladder digest fats. So if that's an issue for you, it's really a great way to help you with your gallbladder or with your digestive system. Cumin also works against oxidation of cholesterol, so it's really helpful to fight against heart attack and strokes. Just shake it all about so everything gets a little bit of coating. I know it's kind of loud, isn't it? But we want to make sure everything's on there. And then the cumin that I put in, the cumin is a Mediterranean spice, and it's a small plant native to the Mediterranean region, and it is it's a great spice to cook with, and it helps reduce inflammation as well, and it suppresses spasms and muscle spasms, and it helps with digestion. So this recipe is going to be very easy to digest and certainly very easy to eat. Okay, so I am going to take my basket out. Now, it comes with a lot of different things, a lot of different accessories that I was telling you about, but I'm using the basket, and 9 times out of 10, I will use the basket because the fat falls down in the bottom and doesn't stay with the food. So that's really awesome. Okay, so now we're just going to put this in, lay it out in there. Everything's nice and coated. I'm going to have to wash my hands nicely afterwards, otherwise I'm going to have orange turmeric hands. So I find, since my daughter didn't want this, I use this all the time, and I think it's really handy because we're now empty nesters, so I don't have to cook for a lot of people, and quite frankly, sometimes you get tired of cooking, and this is wonderful because you can put everything in there and then you just walk away for a little while, and I love that, walking away for a little while. Okay, so that is the chicken. So we're going to put it in the hot air fryer for 10 minutes at 375. So I'm going to adjust this to make sure I'm at 375. I'm going to put this in. And we turn the knob to 10 minutes. So we're going to cook it for 10 minutes, and then we'll turn it over and cook it for another 10 minutes. And in the meantime, let me get working on a nice, quick and easy salad. Now I'm going to show you a quick and tasty salad that I love. It has avocado, tomato, fresh mozzarella, fresh basil, and an awesome balsamic vinegar, which we've used in the past. So all we do is we slice it and prepare it in a nice, beautiful little pattern. So I'm going to start with the tomato. Let's get rid of the middle of this tomato. And that little end piece, because nobody wants to have that in their mouth. Okay, and then we'll just do some nice slices. Fairly thin slices. Try to get them as even as possible. I took a really great knife skills class over at Kitchen Outfitters, which, by the way, Kitchen Outfitters outfitted this whole kitchen. So thank you to you, Kitchen Outfitters. All right, there we go. And it was really helpful to learn the different ways to cut each different fruit. Now let's hope I'm cutting it the way they said I should. All right, so that's the tomato, and then we have the avocado, where I've cut it in half, and you just make little slices. And then I have a special spoon. Oh, look at that. Our chicken wings are ready to flip over. All right. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, doesn't that look yummy? Okay, so now we just flip them over. Oh, look at that. Boy, they smell good too. I'll tell you, we're going to love it. The crew today is going to really love this one. All right, so we flipped it over, and now we put it back in for another 10 minutes. And turn the dial for 10 minutes. And let it keep cooking at 375. What I do is I just take this spoon, learned this from Martha Stewart, by the way, and dig it over, but it needs to be a nice flat spoon. And so I brought my spoon from home to do that with. Here we go. And then this, I've already kind of gotten that out of the way. Avocado is really good for you. It's a great saturated fat, great fat for you. I use avocado oil a lot in cooking. I use the spray. I also use olive oil spray, so that's great. So now we have these all set apart. And fresh mozzarella. I cheated and bought the stuff that's already sliced because it's sliced so nicely and uniform. So yes, you can cheat. Why not? Open it up. There we go. So I'm going to start with a slice of tomato. Let me just pull out some of these slices. A slice of avocado. A slice of mozzarella cheese, then tomato, avocado, mozzarella cheese, tomato, avocado, mozzarella cheese, oops. And then I stick a little extra avocado in the middle because I like the avocado. So you can make it for several people, and I do lay it out like that because it looks nice, and you want your food to be presentable as well. From my catering background, I remember it has to look good in order to eat it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this fresh basil, and some people like just to put the leaves on there, maybe little small leaves, just to use the leaves. But I prefer to grind it up a little bit, and I have a handy dandy herb grinder that I got at Kitchen Outfitters. Good promo for them today. Oh, smells so good. So this is for fresh herbs, and it's got 4 nice blades, and all you do is roll it back and forth until it chops it up into nice small pieces. It's really handy to have these different tools. You know, my husband always has whatever tool he needs in his toolbox. If he doesn't have it, he buys it. And I have all these tools in my kitchen, 2 drawers full of tools. My sister, when she comes, she's like, "You have so many kitchen gadgets that make everything so much easier." I said, "Yeah, I know." Now I have to make sure I keep cooking. All right, you do have to shake it off a little bit so that you don't lose some in there. But look at that. That's nice. So then what I do is I just sprinkle that on. Which is nice. And then I drizzle this balsamic vinegar. Now this is a very high-end balsamic vinegar. It's really nice vinegar. I learned about it when my husband and I did a tour of, in Providence, the federal district? And we had a Italian food tour, and we tasted vinegars, balsamic vinegars, we tasted olive oil, we tasted Parmesan cheese. It was a very nice tour. I highly recommend it. So you just drizzle a little bit on there, and voila, that's your salad. All right, our chicken is done. Oh my gosh, look at that. That looks so awesome. Okay, let's plate it up. And remember, all of the fat is down below, so these are nice and crispy. Oh my goodness. You can see the color, the turmeric coming off. And you see with this, that all the grease is down below. So it's very crispy on my chicken. And here we have hot, crispy chicken from the air fryer, and we have a tasty, quick and easy salad. So I'd like to thank you for joining me today. I'd like to thank my friend Ken Carroll for the use of his firefighter gear. He's a retired firefighter in Acton, and I want to thank you, Ken, for your years of service to the public in Acton. That gear can get a little heavy when everything's on there. It could be 60 pounds of gear. And remember, use CPR to rescue your weight loss resolution and make it last throughout the year. You can find all these recipes on my website, fittingfitnessin.com. And I'll see you next time on Get Healthy with Holly.